Hey guys, and welcome back to me, NG Paradox, and Bath City. We're now into September, so the transfer window is now closed. All the deals have been done, and all the things have been made. So there's a few things obviously we have to go through before we start this episode, start the live commentary, and of course go over the month. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's been a pretty good month. I made a couple of changes from the first match of the season, and I think it seemed to work. I do think we have a good group of players. I think we've made a good squad now. It's time to see if these guys really have what it takes to go up to the next level, which last season they seemed to be hinting at. Maybe they're ready for that. Let's have a quick look at things at the club, obviously. We're going to have a quick look at the money at the moment, just because I think the money is important right now. Finance-wise, you can see here we're still over 200,000 overall balance. At the end of last month, we were actually about the same as what we started with at the start of the season, so that was pretty good. Since then, because we've had no games, the first 10 games of September, because of the international stuff, we had to postpone some games. We'd lost some money, obviously, but hopefully we can make that back. I think this year might not be too bad. I think we're bringing a lot more fans into the stadium. But yeah, let's have a quick look at the transfers. Now, not much else really happened over transfers. I just brought in those two players I was bringing in. Stuart Richards was brought in as a striker. He's going to be used as a backup to Junior. Apparently it says he's as good as Junior, but we know that Junior is much better than they think he is. But Stuart Richards, I think, can be a good backup for us. He doesn't look too bad, as you can see here. Some good dribbling, good finishing. He's got good corners, and we do need people who are good at corners and free kick taking, and he can even do some free kick taking if he has to. Overall, his physical is pretty good. Some good teamwork there. Some pretty other good mental stuff as well. I quite like him. Not going to get into the team ahead of Junior, of course, but still, I think he's pretty good. He's only 21 years old, so I'm very happy to bring him in. He didn't cost us anything. That's important as well to keep our finances up this season. There was a couple of players I almost brought in. There's one player I really wanted to get, and he got transfer listed. So I was thinking about buying him, but I decided not to, because number one, we're almost hitting the financial fair play stuff for wages. I think we're only like 2,000 or 1,500 pounds away from hitting our financial fair play regulations. So that obviously meant I probably shouldn't really sign any more players, at least not for big wages. But also because I want to keep our finances up so we can actually build up the stadium, which we have to do by regulation in the rules. So that is something I'm really keeping in mind this season. So I didn't want to spend money over these transfer, term. Obviously, I did bring in Robbie McKenzie, but it was obviously compensation. It wasn't too much. I also brought in Mark Cunningham, who I showed you guys last time. Defensive midfielder, a position I've wanted to fill in for quite a bit. Lee Cox was getting a bit old. Wanted to bring in another player that could tackle and stuff. He can also do free kick taking as well, which he's already shown me he's pretty good at. I'm pretty happy with him. Only 18 years old. You can see here his potential ability. He looks pretty good. He could be our big star. They're saying he's our, should we say, hot prospect at the club at the moment, beating out Ashton. And I can see why. He's only 18, and he's probably better than Ashton anyway. So very happy to bring him in. Both of them I think are pretty good. Obviously, they both have a good estimated value, so if we ever need to just let them go, we could sell them on for some money. But there we go. Let's have a quick look at what happened over the last month, though. That's what you guys care about. You saw us play against Telford. Very disappointing match here. We lost 2-1. I was hoping, because Telford did well last time, we could beat them to show this was going to be our season. We've usually started the season badly. I wanted to start the season well. And so that was not a good sign. You guys saw I was pretty underwhelmed by what happened, especially what happened at the end of last season. Kind of finally the nail in the coffin, so I changed a couple of things when it came to certain players, and of course with the tactics. Only a couple of small things. I didn't think we needed to, change the wheel per se. And after that, we came up against Reading in the English Cup, and obviously this is a game that I expected us to lose. It was on TV. We're playing at home, full house, of course, and somehow we managed to win 3-1. This is probably my greatest achievement as Bath City manager. Reading are in the championship. We played actually quite nicely, as you can see here. Possession wasn't too bad. They had more possession, but not much more. Shots on target, we got 10 and 22 shots. We were all over them at some points. I played a bit more defensively. We played with a defensive midfielder there, with Cunningham. So I was really happy to see that that actually worked out for us and got us a really, really good result. Junior scoring 2 great goals, and Jack Dunn scoring in the 79th minute to secure the win for us. Before that, we were 1-0 down. I thought, oh, you know what? That's kind of what I expected. But then we pulled it off. What a great day. We can see here from Reading, you know, they're 23rd in the championship right now, but over the past seasons, you know, they've not done too badly, actually, as a club. Just stayed in the championship, always looking for a way to get promoted. They're worth 20 million. We shouldn't have won the game, but we did. I'm very happy. That was probably my favorite thing that's happened over the last month, actually, just because of how great that is and how big an achievement it is for me and the club. After that, we played against Plymouth. Plymouth, obviously, last season did not have a good season. They were a good club, but they didn't have a good season. So when we had this match, I was expecting the lads to win, but obviously it doesn't really say anything about our intent. But the lads did just that. We did win the game. They didn't have many shots on target. We managed to hold Plymouth off and get the goals. Joseph Oluwu scored from a corner. So there you go. We actually scored from a corner. So it shows the new players I brought in actually made a difference. And Stuart Richards, the new little young striker we brought, he came on for his first game as a substitute and he scored his first goal. What a great debut for him. Very happy for him. I was so happy with Cunningham doing free kicks and stuff that I brought him into the squad in midfield, actually, as a defensive ball-winning midfielder. And I think that worked actually quite nicely as well. So just happy overall with the team. I think, yeah, he did the corner that Joseph Oluwu got. So very happy with the new people we brought into the team so far. Kelly, not so sure about. He's probably the only one I've not decided, you know, really got a good opinion about just yet. After I played against Port Vale, now this was kind of a bigger match. Port Vale did very well last season. I felt this would be a good one to showcase how well we're doing. And we did that. We won 1-0 at home. Kind of a scrappy game. Again, we didn't give them many quarters to score many goals. And Jack Dunn just got a penalty in the 81st minute. And we won 1-0. That was just a penalty. That was it. We weren't getting a goal from that game at all. Neither were they. Looked like it was just going to be a draw, but in the last 10 minutes, we managed to get a penalty. Very important for us. Good win for us by 1 goal. An important game, I think. After I played against Northampton, again, Northampton, not really one to challenge us. You know, they're a team that didn't do well last season. So again, we got the Port Vale one. We didn't get the Telford one, but we were coming up against Northampton away. Really just wanted to continue our good run of form, as we can see here. And that's just what we did. We managed to win 2-1. You can see we're not normally winning by many goals a lot of the time. It's usually, we're not even like dominating the other team. We just seem to be winning games. And like I said before, I think I said that last season and maybe a few seasons before that. That is a sign of a winning team. One team that can win games they maybe shouldn't win, or maybe just they should probably draw. Something I always recognize in Sir Alex Ferguson's team. That's why I always say, you know, when Sir Alex Ferguson left, you know, he left a title-winning team. But when he left, anyone who took over that team seemed to disappoint. And I think it's because Alex Ferguson was the difference. The players actually were not good enough. I was really surprised when he won that league that season, when he did win it when he retired. Because a lot of the players I didn't think were good enough personally. That's just my personal opinion. Some of you might completely disagree. But I definitely felt that team needed some renovations. And I don't think he actually left a very good team behind for other people, even though they just won the league. It sounds really stupid, but that's just my opinion. I think he made that difference. But yeah, we won the game. We scored 2 goals in the first 17 minutes. Ryan Wintle and Junior, of course. They tried to come back in the 88th minute, but it was already too late. And we got the winner. So after that, you know, 4 games in a row we won. I was extremely happy. I was starting to get back my mojo. I was like, yeah, this is it. This is our season. We're doing really well right now. Then we come up against Fulham in the Cup. Obviously a big game, just like Reading. They just got relegated from the Premier League. They're worth like 200 million, I think, right about now. Yeah, 200 million at this moment in time. They're a big club. You had a few seasons in the Premier League. I knew this was going to be much tougher than maybe Reading and actually we lost 1-0. I was actually really happy with the result. The fact we managed to keep them to just 1-0, I think was really good for us. They could have destroyed us, and you see the players didn't play terribly, 9 shots to their 15. Obviously, they were the better team, but still, we weren't dominated, and we managed to keep good possession. I was quite happy with the work rate and the performance of the players, not necessarily, obviously, with the result. After that, I want to try and put that behind us. We came up against Rockdale, and this was an amazing game. I think this really exemplifies what I've been talking about with this team. In the end, in this game, we did win 4-3, but it didn't look like that's how things were going to go. They scored the first goal in the second minute. Then we got an own goal, but personally for me, I think that's completely Junior's goal. Junior did a stunning goal, and it really didn't make a difference that it hit the player at all. It was an amazing goal. So I think it's a bit unfair to Junior that was counted as an own goal. Then they scored in the 21st minute. Then they scored, and we were 3-1 down. 3-1 down, and I was like, okay, we lost our good form here. We lost against Fulham. The players maybe are not performing as they were before. Maybe this is our hiccup now. But in the 64th minute, they got a red card. I was like, okay, that's it. Go, go, go. And we just went completely on the attack. And Junior got a goal in the 70th minute, the 77th minute, and it was 3-3. And I was thinking to myself, we've managed to grab a draw here. And I was really happy. I was like, yes, we got the draw. Because that's all I wanted, because we were losing 3-1. Getting back to the draw, I was like, that's amazing. That's a really good result for us. Keeps us near the top of the table as well. Very happy. But then the 86th minute, Jamie Eaton-Collins, he's done this a few times, I think, scoring in the last 10 minutes. He just made it 4-3, and my mind was blown. I was like, oh, yes, we got it. We took all 3 points away from Rockdale. It was an amazing feeling. I wish that was the recorded one. Maybe I should just record every game with no commentary, and then if one just happens to be amazing, I can show you little highlights. That, just to show that. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking about... Yeah, that seems a bit too much, actually. Yeah, I'd have to go through all the footage. That would take a long-ass time. But yes, amazing result that. And that, for me, shows I think we got a good team right about now. So maybe I didn't improve the team lots over the summer, but we've made a good squad. That when players have to be swapped round or changed, we've got to change formation. They do a good job. Against Fulham as well, we did do the defensive midfielder role as well. So that does seem to work against bigger teams. After that, we played against Oxford in the EFL Trophy group competition, and we lost 1-0. This one was a shame. We didn't play too badly, and they scored in the 90th minute. Nothing I could do about that. Not really bothered about that cup competition, to be honest. Oxford are a League One team. It's a game we're expected to usually lose. I'll show you who the player was I did not buy that did pop up. He'll be in my shortlist, actually. Transfer status, Connor Chaplin. Connor Chaplin, he's gone down in price now, but before he was more expensive than that. And he's a really good player. You can see he's a good attacking midfielder and a good striker. But we have lots of players in that role. He's probably he's better than Stewart, of course. So he would have been. I would have preferred to have him over the young player, but then I have to take him maybe to go in front instead of Junior. And I just want to play Junior right now. And then the attacking midfielder, we have lots of players that can play that position. I felt it wasn't a good idea to spend money on him when we need to keep our finances good at this moment in time. That's why I didn't buy him, but he's a really good player. A player I've been watching at Lincoln for quite a while. I think he's really good. Look at that. Lots of 7-point ratings there, 6.9 at the moment. Yeah, I wish it was a different time, a different place, a different club. That would have been a great sign-in, but it wasn't meant to be. I'm not even sure if he would have come, actually. Let's have a quick look. Realistic? Yeah, it's likely he wouldn't have even bothered coming. He appeared on there the last day of the transfer window. But yeah, let's go into the match then. Today, though, we do not have Barrow. I think we were meant to be playing Barrow. We had to change some matches. We had to postpone them because of the international break. Bob Bruce actually has been welcomed into the Under-19 Islands team, which is really cool. So we had a lot of players out. We postponed them. So today we're up against Fleetwood. Now, if I could have a quick look at Fleetwood. Where's Fleetwood right now? Fleetwood are 11th. We are 6th right now, but we have 2 games in hand. If we win 1 game, we can go into 1st place. Just one of the next 2 games. If we win one of them, we can go in 1st place. Obviously, it depends on how Barrow do, but we're in a great position right now. Our next game actually is against Barrow, so that will be an important game possibly. But yes, I was looking for Fleetwood. Where did you go, Fleetwood? I think I found you, then I lost you again. Here we go, Fleetwood. Let's have a quick look at the club here. We got Rutter as the manager, Glendon as the key player. Let's have a quick look at him. Midfielder. A lot of teams seem to have key players for the midfield. Nothing special. Predicted to come 21st. This is a game that if we want to win the league, we have to be winning this match. They dropped down from League 1 a couple of seasons ago. They came 15th last time, so they kind of dropped down and hit hard. For today's match, though, we've got Junior up front, Semedo, Dunn, and Wintle in the attacking role. Cunningham is the ball-winning defensive midfielder. I like him right now. I think he's a good young player. He can develop if he has more game time, so very looking forward to seeing how he goes. Kuya, Bowler, Lloyd Kelly, Oluwu, Josh Leyland, Connaughton. The usual suspects, really. Cunningham is really only the new one for you guys that I've changed. But Richards, very happy with him so far. Obviously, we've only just begun. Mackenzie has played well, but I just think Cunningham, because he can do free kicks and corners, that's really important for the team right now. And it seems to be making a difference. So that's why he's ahead of Kenzie. Otherwise, Mackenzie would probably be in there just ahead of him. But let's go into the game. Let's get the win. Let's get the 3-pointer. Let's go away. Let's go to the top of the table. And we can be proud. We can be tall standing Romans looking down upon the barbarians of League 2. I like it. And let's jump in. Come on. I'm just excited now. I just want to get things done. I'm really happy with the team right now. I'm really happy how things are going. It's just good to feel like this again. It's good to have this optimism back in me once again. Encourage them. Let's be passionate here. I expect nothing but a win from this match. Yeah, that's how high my expectations have come of this team. I'm now expecting to win games, even though we're still predicted to come 24th or 23rd by the media. They don't know what they're talking about. Even my board, their actual expectation is to fight bravely against relegation. That's all they expect from us. But I mean, you know, considering the club we are, our results have been exceeding expectations phenomenally. It's been crazy how well we've been doing the last few seasons. I don't think anyone could have expected it. Not even me. I've been loving this series so far. Good try from Junior there, you know, his classic kind of hard ball there. Wintle now coming down the wing. Can he get a ball in the middle? There's a few players there. Dunn scores. There we go. I think Dunn, actually, this season has been playing really well so far. Maybe he's come into it. Maybe he's come into his own now. He's been at the club for almost a year now, I think. Oh, no. He came at the end of the transfer window. So yeah, he's been here for a year now. Maybe he's finally molded into the team. All the other teams are actually playing their games as well. So we'll still be after this game. We'll still have 2 games in hand. Which is quite nice because we're already, like, 2nd place, was it? And we've still got 2 games in hand. That shows you how well we've been doing. I did also win Manager of the Month for August. So I'm really happy with how the start of the season's gone. We've never really had a start of the season like this. We've always done terribly at the start of the season. So I'm like I said, I'm very excited for what's to come. Very excited indeed. What's going on right now? We've got a few shots, not many on target, the same as them. Possession's been pretty even so far. Again, really, it's whoever can just be more clinical, it's looking like right now. But we are being a bit more creative than them. You know, the 4 shots to their 2, but that doesn't always tell you the whole picture. You know, that can't tell you how long distance those shots are. You know, you don't always get all the information that you want sometimes. You know, there's many ways to look at some information sometimes and be able to tell what's going on. You might be getting lots of possession, but it doesn't mean you're getting it into their half. So even though you might look at that 50-50 possession, it could be that we're getting 50 possession mostly in our half because we're defending so much against them. It doesn't always give you the whole picture. You need to look at all the information that's given to you. We're playing well, encourage them. Yeah. I think you can do even better, yeah. I think you can do even better than this, guys. Come on, you got a goal, but that's just 1 goal. That's just 1 goal of many thousands of goals you could get in this match. Okay, maybe not thousands, but, you know, few. There's a few goals you could get. Yeah, that's probably more realistic. Bowler, nothing from that. They're getting a highlight possibly here. Kelly gets the cross in, but Kelly hits it out. Walker, Bowler, and ooh, that could have been a dangerous header there. Kelly in defense, our new defender, not completely sold on him just yet. Like I say, sometimes it takes a few players to get, it takes a bit of time to mold into the team, but not sold on him just yet. Oluku, though, doing great as usual. Kelly kicks it back, gets it to Bowler. Bowler's been doing pretty well, actually. He's been quite quiet. Wintle, ball into Junior, but wasn't meant to be. Bowler's been quite quiet in his position, but he's just been playing well. He's not been really making mistakes. He's not been the hero. He's just been playing as he should be. Very much like Leyland. And look at that, Junior. Junior just, he's doing it again. It's going to be his season again. Leyland kicks it to Wintle, gets it to Junior, and he just slots it home. They're saying he's the most likely player to get top goal scorer this season, which, considering last season, I'm not surprised the media are touting him to most likely be the top goal scorer. They didn't expect him to be there in the top player of the season, though, which surprises me because last season he did win that. And if he's going to score the most goals, you'd think he'd also be the top player possibly, or at least a shout out for it. Junior now keeps the ball, gets it to Kuya. Oh, what beautiful play then. Just the hard work in there, Players run into the box to help Junior. Junior fighting with the defender. He didn't give up. He managed to grab the ball still. Look at that. His feet were everywhere. The defender couldn't get the ball away from him. And there we go. What a good day this is. And I'm really glad this has happened because it's always good, when things come together. And you guys get to see it because you guys don't always get to see things come together. Ooh, that would have been really nice 4-0. You guys don't always get to see things come together. So it's really nice when things just fall to place. And you guys get to see it and have a good match for once because the last few recordings have not been good, actually. Ever since the last game of the season last year against Mansfield. Oh, yes, there we go. That is payback for that damn ghost goal. Stupid ghosts. Who kicked it? Was it Wintle? Junior, Kuya gets it to Wintle. Yep, Wintle's having a great game right now. Him and Dunn, particularly, seem to be just fitting together really nicely. Very happy with the team. Leyland's looking a bit tired, so we'll bring on Viner for him. He's the captain. Leyland's the captain, of course. I think he's the vice captain, but with Murphy not on the team, he's captain, so he's been captain in basically every game so far. Oh, I forgot. There's also one other big piece of news. This happened actually just a few days ago. Lee Cox has a 10 to 12 month injury. I know. After the transfers, after all the transfer season has gone, Lee Cox gets a 10 to 12 month injury. That means we're now down one midfielder. So I'm really glad again that I brought in Cunningham because we now desperately need that midfielder. So it's now Murphy might actually get more chances to play this season just because Cox can't play. And Cox is thinking about retiring because he's an old player, he can't run as much, and now he's injured. Not good for him at all. Let's mix things up a little bit here. Mackenzie, you'll come on for Cunningham because he's got a yellow card. I don't want him to get any more than that. We'll bring off Oluwu. Kelly's got a yellow card. We'll bring off Oluwu. Nah, let's just make sure he doesn't get any more yellow cards. I don't want him to be out for the next match. That makes sense. We're going to win the game. It doesn't really matter if I leave Oluwu on. He gets a bit more tired. We're going to win the match, so I don't think that's a big concern. What a resounding win. That is the best win of the season so far. Obviously, not compared to the Reading. The Reading win is obviously the best one, but the biggest goal difference in winning so far this season. The biggest win, I guess, is the way to put it. Junior, what's he going to do? Gets it to Dunn. Gets it to Wintle. Oh, my. Are you kidding me? Wintle is on fire today. Those are the first 2 goals he's got of the season, and he is just like... He's robbing these guys. They have no idea where he's come from. He just popped into the game, and he's just robbing them blind. It's like taking candy from a baby for our team right now. 5-0. This is what I mean. This is what I've been seeing. Not as good as this, actually. This has probably been the best game so far this season when it comes to performance. You can see there since half-time, they've had 4 shots, one on target was from the first half. Oh, yeah, I guess the other team did get a man sent off. that probably does make it. But still, we still are winning quite nicely. This is probably the best performance I've seen from the team overall as a team. But I've been seeing hints of this and gleams of this over the course of the last month. And I'm very optimistic. Like I said, we think we're bringing out a good squad of players now. I trust any player on the bench or even behind that to come into the first team and give a good performance mostly. And there we go. We're now second in the league. 1 point behind Ebbsfleet, but we have 2 games in hand against them. That feels pretty good. After last season, that feels so good right about now. There we go, done on form for us. Roman smash Fleetwood as run goes on. What a glorious day for us. Lee Cox, like I said, though, out for 10 to 12 months. So that was a big hit. You know, he had the very good mental capabilities. He was really good stalwart for the team. He could play defensive midfielder as well with Cunningham. Very sad that we don't have him. This, like I say, does mean Murphy might take a more prominent role. We only have four midfielders right now. I might have to bring in another midfielder. That's something I've been looking at. And the only one really, let me have a quick look here. We only really have Jack Erin as a potential choice. He seems okay, but he doesn't seem amazing. And if we're going to bring more players in, I want to be better than our team right now. I don't think he does that. You know, he's been National League. He's done well there, but League One he hasn't really performed. I think I'd rather just use Billy Murphy. I just trust Billy Murphy over him. So that's my feelings right now. Hope you guys enjoyed that match. I'm sure you did. That was a great match. So I feel like we're putting that last season behind us now. This month we got Barrow, Swindon, Scunthorpe, Wimbledon, Yeovil. A lot of games again. And we'll be back next time against Newport. Hope to see you there. I hope to see you there.